The self is the love that is giving space for everything to be as it is. And for that space, as love, there is no restriction, because it has no preference. If you look at space in this physical plane, space has no preference. Space welcomes everything, every object, persons, other persons, all the planet, and whatever is there at this level. Space has no preference. It likes everything equally. So if you can receive that and realize that's an expression of our true nature, space is really an expression of the self. Of course, the absolute is beyond even the notion of space and time, but space is very much representing what is love, because it has no preference. The love, when the space is filtered and contracted through human experience, through the mind specifically, then it is full of conditioning, which has its own color and preferences. So I like this person, not this person. I like this situation, not this. I like this weather, not this, etc., etc. And that is the base of I, the individual being who is separated from other objects. So he has preferences, and it's not possible to avoid this as a separate being, unless we realize what is our true nature. Is it that contracted space as an individual I, which is separated from you, others, and other objects, and which always needs to achieve things, to complete itself, is permanently trying to complete itself because it feels not whole. How can a small entity separated can feel whole? It's not possible. Only when there is no feeling of I, and we all experience that, then we feel there is no problem, and there is not even an idea that we have to gain something. But this feeling of I brings this natural need to get something from outside, from others, from life, to get more money, more freedom, more this, more that, to get more beautiful, more success. So competing with other objects manifested in this field of consciousness, space, which is free and who give freedom to everything. So to realize what is my true nature, from where came this individuality? It came from there, from this space, this love, consciousness, which takes everything as it is. So if something comes in my mind which is triggering and not judging some other person, situation, or even something happening in this body mind, then just to come back to this awareness, self-awareness, that space which is welcoming anything to happen outside or inside this human body or in this mind. So there is no judgment for space, this love, consciousness. Every thought is welcome equally. There is no bad and good. Every sensation, every feeling is welcome equally. Every behavior of my partner, my friend, my family, any beings, even the most triple being in the world, or whatever happened outside, inside, this space is the loving mother, the divine consciousness, which is my own self. So the more I realize that, the more I free myself from myself, my smaller self. And my real self as this divine consciousness, which has no preference, which is unconditional love, is manifesting itself by itself. The more interest there is to find out the real nature of things when we found that outer object achievement does not really give us what we want, then the attention turns back to its own self, which is this space, attention, or self, or love, which is the same thing. So this is an invitation to turn back when attention gets lost, to bring back attention to attention. Maybe you may start by a center, like a center point, like the third eye, or maybe Sushumna, this center line, center channel inside. It's helping to bring back attention. But attention originally is not even located somewhere, so we can then let it be beyond the idea of located somewhere. We can use it as a start. We center ourselves, and then we may not need it, and realize more and more it is more space-like. And this space, everything can be as it is. So it also welcomes this character, which I think is myself due to identification. It is also welcoming this character unconditionally. There is no restriction. And this is what we call in the Veda or in Ayurveda the Soma, the water of life, the nectar. In truth, we are searching for the nectar outside, in outer objects. We search for love through companionship, through money, success, and so on. So we search for this nectar, this soma of life, to feel good, to feel happy, because we feel separated. So the soma, the water of life, is coming and going, coming and going. Contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion. But in truth, this soma, this water of life, is our own self. It's a pure Shakti energy flowing freely. So to realize that this soma, which appears to be outside, this nectar, this well-being that we look outside, it is this space-like nature of consciousness, which is like water. All these words are just pointers. The truth is beyond words, but we use words. So to realize this space-like as water, consciousness, or love, in which all objects, people, situation are bathing. So to realize that is the nature of things, and we find that also in some, like in Tantra Yoga, there is a deity, a goddess called Bhuvaneshwari, and this goddess represents space. And so first we are invited to just put our attention. There is some practice they do in this Tantra Yoga also too. But the idea behind that is just to recognize this space energy. You can give a female aspect to it or not, but if you give a female aspect, it's like a uni or a receptive space, and to connect with that, realize ourselves more and more as that space, undifferentiated consciousness, which has no preference, and that is love. And this love is giving space for everything, giving space for my partner or for this one to be as it is, and everyone. So the love which is binding, contracted, which has preference, which want the other one to be like this or not like this, and the world to be like this or not like this. This love is conditional, and it makes us stay unhappy because of the separation, which creating walls between me and others, what I want, what I don't want. So this love, we can also learn in relationship to realize that this love is not really love. We call it love, but it is a dependent love, depending on the behavior of the others, of the world, of the weather, of my own mind, emotions, and so on. So this real love gives space for everything to be as it is. Give space for this one, for other one, and everyone, and everything to be as it is. Thank you for listening. You can like the video, you can subscribe to the channel, and I will see you very soon. Thank you. Namaste.